Hello and welcome. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on this special interview on NewsX. We are in conversation today with well-known filmmaker Mohit Suri. Mohit is all set to release his much-awaited love story, Saiyaara, this Friday in theatres. Welcome. Thank you so much for being with us today, Mohit.
Thank you so much, Uday. It's a pleasure.
We are very excited for Saiyaara, of course. पहले तो मैं पूछना चाहूँगा ये नाम कैसे पड़ा? Saiyaara, बड़ा अनोखा नाम है, very interesting name. How did you coin the title?
इसकी story actually is almost like a script by itself. So we were dabbling with many names, what to put. तो मेरा हमेशा मानना ये है कि जब एक पिक्चर का टाइटल आता है, so it actually changes the way you look at your own film.
Yeah.
जैसे कि honestly speaking, if I was doing Ashiki and it was not called Ashiki, it was a film I wanted to make, it would have become more about the alcoholism.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute the title became Ashiki, it became more about love.
Yeah.
So I was very clear. So I, normally make the music of my film while I'm making my film only. But this climax song, I had not done. And I remember when I met Adi sir, he said, "Picture ka title kya hai?" So I said, "So jo ye climax ka gana hoga, that will be the title of the film."
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Wow!" He thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
So we did half the film shooting it as production number 75.
Okay.
It wasn't visible. Then it was Sumanna Ghosh, my creative producer from Yash Raj, who suggested the title Saiyaara.
Okay.
So I thought, no, you're just trying to commercialize this whole thing, because there's a popular song in ईआरएफ called Saiyaara. But no, she sent me the meaning, which actually poetically meant star-crossed lovers.
Also, Mohit, your music, we see very often, of course, how young musicians, like I was speaking to as well just before this film, Faheen and Arsalan, they praise your style of, composition, how you sit with them before a film, and many other established musicians have said the same. What's the Mohit Suri process of, sitting with musicians, getting the best out of them, and making these hit songs for your movies, which also help the box office run?
The process, there's just a joke that happens around here. If you tell Mohit that there's a party where everyone will be there, you need to go there, he'll probably not land up. But if you tell him there's a struggling new musician with a great tune across the city, he will drive down and go and stalk that person.
Yeah.
So the process is constantly seeking for music. It's not a process that I do when the film is being made. Obviously, while the film is being made, I am always working on the script. I use it as a screenplay tool to compose a song. And my writer, in fact, gets very angry with me that I stop the writing process till I compose a tune and all with somebody. Mm-hmm. I don't have any knowledge about how to play an instrument, how to any scale, major, minor, E sharp, B flat. I don't know any of it. The only thing I play when I hear a song is try to see how the character in my film would emotionally reach them and feel during this song. So while there's a process of elimination, I hear a lot of music to come with it. What I don't ever do is ever put the pressure of telling a music director to give me a blockbuster song or a hit song. All my songs have been situational. If you've seen it, whether it's a Tumio, whether it's a Alia, whether it's a Malang title track, you name it, they've all been situational. But or a Barish or Have Girlfriend, they've all been situational songs. But what you need to do is also sometimes think out of the box. Like essentially, if everyone in the happiest moment, the couple gets together, I put a Tumio. But when so we work on. I try to keep it as new as possible, and the only way to do that, Uday, is by hiring one new music director or music singer or composer or lyric writer who's connected to the, I would not say ground, but connected to the people. What tends to happen with success is you have people around you agreeing to everything you like, and that takes you away from what the truth is.
True.
As opposed to you keep connecting with one new music composer. Like for example, there was always one guy, like even in Ashiki, Ankit was a new guy. Even though there was Jeet and this one. In Villain, there was a new person. In Malang, there was Ved Sharma's track that was new.
Mm-hmm.
While there's always one Mithun who stands by with me like a wall. Like he's like the Dravid of my team. Who'll maintain the quality to a particular level.
Yeah.
The foundation. There's always one new guy that you need to have.
Yeah.
Who comes and hits the ball out of the park.
Okay. I also have to ask you about, casting debutants. Now that's something also, you've excelled in all the way back from when you started, Shuruaat mein, Kalyug mein Kunal Khemu to now with Ahaan Pandey,
Yes.
in Saiyaara and Aneet as well. What explains this connect with debutants? Does that also, help your vibe on set? And also, how did the casting of Ahaan and Aneet happen? Let's just talk a bit about that quickly.
Honestly, Uday, I've tried a lot to change myself, but I find it very difficult to cast for a role which is not age authentic.
Okay.
Like, for example, I think falling in love for the first time, I'm not saying love cannot happen later.
Yes.
But first love happens around your early 18 to 20, 25,
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, I find it very difficult to put a 40-year-old who might be a bankable star or an actor
Mm-hmm.
to play a 25-year-old. I just find it very difficult to do.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems wrong. Like the songs land differently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just seems wrong to me. I think that might be only my thing. So invariably, because I've been making whether it was Kangana in her second film, whether it's Imran in his third film, Kunal Khemu, my sister, Adi and Shraddha were that age group that Shraddha was not even born when Ashiki 1 came.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just being age appropriate to the script. But then when I wanted to make a mature love story with Hamari, I cast Vidya and I cast Imran. I think they had that maturity at that age. So I think it's a script that demands it. I'm not someone who it's consciously said I would. Like in this film, it was a great story. I mean, I really put in my voice into this film, and I really wanted this film to be made.
Yeah.
And then I had Adisa call me and ask me. Someone Shubhana contacted me and said that Adisa was looking for a love story.
Mm-hmm.
So when I gave it to him, and he said, "This is the one I want to make."
Mm-hmm.
Who have you thought about it? Who would you like? And they have the access to all the big actors in the industry.
Of course.
So I did name a few. I said they are interested in working with me and all that. He said, "But your film is about falling in love for the first time." And I know after COVID things are very different. People want to save bet and they want to do this. But it was Adi sir's and Akshay Badani's passion that turned around and said, "What is wrong with you? Your film is about falling in love for the first time. Why do you want to take a late 30-year-old or a 40-year-old guy to play that role?" I said, so because he said, "Yeah, my distribution and marketing team might be very happy. But I'm telling you, you're making a wrong film." I said, "But sir, I actually wrote it for newcomers, but I don't know in today's market." He said, "I'll make it with newcomers." So yeah, that's the thing. You need people with vision who believe in that.
Absolutely.
I'm not here to break a pattern or to set a trend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing what I think was right for my film.
Yeah. Okay, and it's Adi Chopra's conviction, of course, which reinforced that belief.
Yeah, I thank him for Adi and Akshay's conviction to back me for this.
Yeah, but with a star kid, making his debut with the film, does that also have a lot of pressure as well? Because of course, Ahaan Pandey's family will have his own fan base. There will be that expectation, all of that as well.
Poor guy, and he's not a star kid. He's a cousin nephew candidate. He just has known friends. The joke on the set is we both are cousins, basically, because
you are.
We're not the direct kids of Imran. Yeah, I'm related to Imran, his cousin.
Yeah.
But no, the thing is, not at all actually. I didn't ever have that pressure at all. I had a different kind of pressure. My pressure was to live up to my own thing, my own checklist in life.
Yeah.
I have to admit this. I was in the 8th standard when Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge came in the theatre. And I wanted to, everyone was dazzled by the actors. I was very dazzled by the director.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I want to make a film like this. I want to make a film that is so cool, but at the same time connected to India and stuff like that,
Okay.
And and Adisa was at 24 or something at that time when he made that film. I'm not sure, very young. So I was very dazzled by this whole, wow, how did he do this kind of thing? And if life comes a whole circle, now I'm making a love story for them.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was to live up to your own benchmarks in life rather than anything else. And I was just hoping to do that. That was the bigger pressure rather than because I was confident. Yeah, I was confident about myself with these kids. I was confident, and I'm not taking the credit away from them. But I had sat and spent that time with them and seen how they are. Now all I have to do is to live up to my own checklist in life and deliver a good film.
Yes. Many fans, though, want you to work with another cousin of yours. They keep asking for it online. That's Alia Bhatt. Could we see that collaboration happening soon?
I would love to work with Alia Bhatt at the drop of anything. The only thing is, I think she's such a brilliant, not just a star, but and as an actor. So she's. I won't have that good enough for her talent. I cannot misuse that relationship ever. Like in the sense, Alia, please do this one for me. Because I don't think I think that's a wrong way to deal with it. I think unless I feel there is a great idea or a script that can live up to the actor that Alia Bhatt is, a phenomenal actor, then only will I go and approach her for it.
Okay. Looking back now at your filmography, we've talked about some of them today, Mohit. Aajkal re-release ka trend chalu hai. Any one film out of all of them you'd really want re-release, perhaps this year itself, if it was up to you?
I think some of my films, which at that one special, some films of mine have not done so well when they came out in the theater, but when they came on television and all this stuff, they did phenomenally well. And people discovered the film because they were with new stars and all. But one such film that didn't do well at all on the box office, but today has turned into a cult thing, I think is definitely Saiyaara. It's a film that they're making a sequel for. Very rarely did you have a film that did not do well in its first release. Is getting a sequel to be made of it. But it's a film that even today on social media, if I tweet something, they'll always ask me a question whether I'm making Saiyaara Part 2. I'm not part of the sequel. But I think if you re-release that film, it was way ahead of its time and it got a bad release. But if it releases today, I think it'll get a lot of fandom.
Absolutely, it would. No, it has so much of cult following online. It went viral, that announcement. But disappointed that you're not part of the sequel?
No, in the sense they did tell me about the making it. I was busy with making Saiyaara at that moment, and they have their own agenda.
Okay.
I consume myself too much in writing and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how to do that. I wouldn't be able to do justice to that film while I was finishing Saiyaara.
Okay, we have Mahesh Bhatt, who's of course been a mentor for you. He's come out with a lot of praise for this project. We saw how he said this will rewrite Ashiki, and he's also said it will make these two overnight stars and प्यार की परिभाषा बदल देगी ये film. How does that make you sound when you hear that praise?
I get scared talking to him. He's just super energetic and positive. He always pushed me to make this film. Because he knew how much I was bleeding into the script and how much I was putting myself into it. So he was very happy, especially when I was making it with new people and not confirming. He thinks it's a. So he's a great guy that man, and besides, he's basically been that mentor, father figure, friend, everything at one time that he has to be. So in fact, before this call, I was just talking to him and he's counting the days himself. So I asked him, would he like to come for the screening? And he said, no, send me 5 tickets and I will go to the theater and see so that I can abuse you with fun. So I'll do the same.
Okay, lovely. Chali, not just Mr. Bhatt, let me tell you, all of us are eagerly awaiting for Saiyaara's release and we will all go to the theaters to watch it. We promise you that. Thank you so much, Mohit Suri, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Uday. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to the film.